Social media might be stealing more of your time and your potential than you actually realize. I stopped using it for 30 days, actually longer, and here's what happened. Hi, I'm Zahra. I'm a medical doctor and an entrepreneur, and I've gone on a social media and Netflix cleanse for the last 30 to 90 days. Don't get me wrong, social media isn't evil. It's given us a hell of a lot. It's given us global connection, educational access, business opportunities, and communities. Billions of people now connect, learn, and build careers around it. So don't get me wrong, the tool itself, social media, is not inherently a problem. The real issue is time displacement. Research shows that the average adult spends about 2 to 3 hours on social media every day. That equates to about 700 to 1,000 hours of social media every year. Let's look at it like this. If you sleep for 8 hours, you go to work for 8 hours, you maybe spend 2 to 3 hours per day having a meal or eating, so basic life tasks tend to take a few of that as well. You're only left with a few hours to do the meaningful tasks in your life, which means that passive scrolling just quietly eats away at it. Over the last 12 months, I made some radical changes to my life, and radical here is the imperative word. I was working a full-time job, I wasn't at my happiest, and I really needed to come up with a plan. I had a full-time job with 24 to 26-hour shifts, and I was determined to make some changes. I started looking at my 24-hour cycle per week, and I realized this. I wake up at 6 a.m., I go to work until 4:30, I come home, I quickly put a meal together and eat. I typically end up binge watching 2 to 3 hours of Netflix or some other streaming platform. I usually end up falling asleep to said binge watching spree. I then wake up, I continue to do doom scrolling for another hour or two, and before I know it, it's 8 p.m. If it's summer, I can usually squeeze in a run after my prolonged nap, and if it's winter, I usually go for a shower, I put on my onesie, and I get comfortable. And I probably end up making a cup of tea and continue my binge watching series on Netflix. All in all, it wasn't a very productive day. When I needed to make some changes, those long naps and lost time really needed to be claimed back because I wanted to build a business. I wanted to learn business skills. I wanted to learn the guitar. I wanted to start and grow a YouTube channel. I wanted to read more around world economics and history, and I wanted to exercise consistently. And I'm truly grateful to say that I've achieved 5 of 6 of those things. Guitar proved to be a little bit harder than I thought. So if you know a good instructor, by all means, let me know. Now, don't get me wrong. Just because I stopped using social media so heavily, it didn't magically fix things. But it did make me realize where my time was going, the fact that I needed to reclaim it and actually make a better plan for it. How do you actually use your time better? A goal without scheduled time is ultimately just a wish. Behavior research shows that people succeed far more if their goals are actually attached to scheduled time or calendar time, specific systems, or repeatable routines. If you want to achieve a goal, how much intentional time per day or per week do you dedicate to it? We often have wishes, but what makes a goal different is that it often comes with a plan. Plans need systems, and when you have a good system, it can ultimately run without you needing the motivation to keep doing it over and over again. For example, I told you that I wanted to start and grow a YouTube channel. I did. I'm learning every day and thoroughly enjoying the process. It honestly brings me so much joy that you are watching this right now, that I'm providing hopefully some value to you, and that you're getting some enjoyment out of this. It truly and genuinely brings me so much happiness that I get to serve you in this way. It's not a booming channel, but in order to start it, it required time, dedication, and a lot of uncomfortable learning. And every week, without fail, I would outline and script my videos, I would do research around my videos to make sure that I wasn't talking nonsense, I would film my videos, I would get them edited, and then I would be able to upload them for you to enjoy. All in all, this entire process takes about 2 to 3 hours of my week. About 1.5 hours to do my scripting and video research, and about another 1.5 hours to actually do my filming. I'll let you in on a secret, I have outsourced my editing because I'm honestly not good at it and there are far better people out there for it. If you don't make a plan or develop a system, I guarantee you'll just be setting yourself up for failure. So I'll leave you with this. What do you want to achieve? What's one goal you're hoping to achieve this year? And how do you plan on doing it? Comment below and tell me your story because I'd love to hear it. And before you go, I'd like to ask you for one small favor. I would love to hear from you what videos and topics you'd like to hear about so that I can make this channel even more valuable to you. If you'd like this video and you'd like to see more, my latest video is up here and you can always subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video.